Chelsea have broken the Goodison Park curse and have recorded all 3 points on the opening game of the season. Chelsea to open up the score sheet right on the cusp of half-time. Jorginho, the whistle goes, he steps up, and it's in the back of the nets! Drags it, bottom corner, cool as you like. Chelsea open up the score sheet. Jorginho with a penalty. Is that a sign of things to come for the season if we're relying on penalties to get the ball rolling? But nonetheless, Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Chelsea have finally done it. Chelsea have finally registered 3 points away from home to Everton in the Premier League for the first time since 2017. A 1-0 victory, not in the most convincing of manners, but still a win nonetheless, with a similarly unconvincing finish from Jorginho. Chilwell, of course, the man to win the penalty. In an otherwise sheepish performance from him in his return to competitive football. Neither a great nor a bad performance from him, but only time will tell. Obviously, he's only just come back, missed all of last season for the most part. I believe he can return to his best self, his best Chilwell, and even more so with the additional competition that Cucurella has brought to that position. Stats-wise, it's safe to say, as it was all of last season as well, Chelsea know how to keep the ball. It's just what we do with the ball is another story in Mason Mount, Cesar Azpilicueta, Reece James could barely, down the right-hand side, get the ball to a Chelsea player, and with no problem whatsoever, seemingly gave it to an Everton player every single time. And with an 86% pass accuracy for the entire 90 or 100 minutes, shall we say, it blows my mind that it's 86% number of chances given away and just handed to Everton in those instances. All three of those players underperformed today, but again, it's early days. So it's not really fair to unnecessarily judge the players on today's performance. They're still a little bit rusty from the pre-season. I mean, they shouldn't be, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Poor performances like that from Reece James and Mason Mount, very rare. Very, very rare. So again, it's still early days. We'll have to judge them in a few games. We know what's coming up soon. In defence, Thiago Silva was just undeniably man of the match today and was accompanied by just one of the best newcomer Chelsea players that I have ever seen grace the pitch in their first game for the club in recent years. Koulibaly, he just took to the water so well, took to the game so well. Couldn't have asked for really a better performance from him. The signs of cramp, albeit it was a very long game, it's a little bit of a worry, but I think more so it was to do with wasting time. Hopefully he was substituted, and of course again, time will tell if he will be a season one Thiago Silva sort of player that is played here and there and not every single game. Hopefully that isn't the case and we can get those performances from Koulibaly every single game, because what a performance. What a performance. Correa seemed to play well, albeit despite his unnecessary yellow card towards the end of the game, and but solid, albeit a brief introduction to the club, and rightly so. Listen, a lot of people saying that we've registered him, we should start him. I don't think so. I don't think that would have been the right decision. Just over 24 hours after we bought him and registered him and all that stuff, you guys want to play him immediately into the game. He doesn't even barely know any of the names of the players that he's going to be playing with. He's not even met them. But again, still, the performance he gave in, fantastic. And hopefully, if he does play on a more regular basis, which is a hard one to swallow, because I do back Chilwell. I do think competition's good in that regard in every single position, because God knows a lot of the players that we have are too comfortable in their position and they need a bit of competition. Mendy, despite his poor communication with Thiago Silva in the second half, didn't have a bad game, and with a fantastic fingertip save in the first half, stopped Everton taking the lead early on in the game. Raheem Sterling had a fairly good game, not a bad game, not a good game again, just like many other players today. But given his Premier League experience, really needs to improve. That said, he needs 1 or 2 games to gel with the new players, the new system, all that stuff. Just like any other new players, he can't all jump into it the way Koulibaly has. But that said, we know what's coming next. Tottenham, unfortunately for him, we have Tottenham next, so there's no better time to win over the crowd than with a goal or a great performance at the Bridge in a match as big as that. It's too big not to show up. And Sterling, again, with the Premier League experience that he has with Liverpool, with Manchester City, he doesn't have an excuse. He doesn't have anywhere to hide. He doesn't have anywhere to hide. Normally, he'd have maybe a 1 or 2 game sort of period that he can afford to not play badly. I'm not saying he's allowed to play badly, but maybe not 100% of what he can provide when he's on top form. But Tottenham's next. It's a must win. It's a must win, and it's a must that he is in the best peak performance that he can be coming into that game. Overall, I would say Chelsea have a lot of room to improve based on today's performance. I do believe that with this squad we can do great things, but with games coming thick and fast, this team needs to gel together sooner rather than later. Especially with the group stages of the Champions League, the draw taking place, the group stages all happening before the World Cup even starts in November. That said, I am ecstatic with the 3 points here today, given the circumstances, given the importance, and given that it's the first game of the season. I'm so happy that football is back. I look forward to bringing you guys regular content on this channel and on all of my social media profiles. So please feel free to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified of any future content coming up throughout the year. Every single game I'll be doing a preview, and every single game I will be doing a review. With that said, thank you so much for watching this post-match review. Thank you so much for everyone that showed up and supported for the Chelsea Fan TV watch along. The turnout was more than I was expecting, to be fair. And so good. Just absolutely appreciate all the support, all the love, yeah, just fantastic. That said, I'll catch you in the next preview video, which will be for Tottenham. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.